Okay, here we are doing um, inequalities of polynomial functions. So, bottom line is all you're going to do is solve for your x, basically. So you're going to factor and solve for x. So here this is factored already, so I can just set each factor to 0 and just use an equal sign until you actually solve for x. So this is going to be x is 6 and x is negative 2. So basically you can draw the number line because you have to show the solution on the number line as well as write the solution in interval notation. What I tell you in the notes is I tell you that you can do a test point and that'll tell you whether what the solution set is. But I want you to pay attention to the original problem, and whatever the inequality symbol, you can use your rules from intermediate algebra, in which greater than problems are ORs. The solutions go separate. So the solution for this problem is going to be, I'm going to shade to the left of negative 2 and to the right of the 6. So my answer is negative infinity to negative 2 union with 6 to infinity. Remember, we use parentheses because there is no or equal to in the answer. And you can always test point, meaning you could pick a value to the left, value to the right, or something like that, and plug it into the original problem and see if you get a true statement back. And if it's true, then that means it's part of the solution. So what I mean by that is, if I was to do a negative 3, because negative 3 is part of the solution. When I do negative 3 into the original problem, I should get a true statement back. Nine is greater than 0, so that's true. Okay. And then if I plug in a 7, I get another true statement. And so that's why that's my solution. If we were to use something in between, we're going to get a 0. Let's say we use 0. We get a negative times a positive, which is a negative value, and that's not greater than 0, so that's false. So that's why the middle is not part of the solution. But you don't have to do all that because I'm telling you that the symbol is going to tell you the solution. The greater than lets you know that they go separate. Okay? I'm going to change this one and let it be a less than so I can show you. So here, x squared plus 10x is less than negative 24. You have to remember you're factoring to solve. So you're going to get everything on the same side. So you would factor this. Factors of 24 that give 10. So I get x is negative 6 and x is negative 4. So negative 6, negative 4. And so because it's a less than, I know that the solution is between them. So let's make it a less than or equal to just to force you to remember that or equal to means you use brackets. Okay, so I shade in between. So my solution is negative 6 to negative 4. Remember, it's smallest to largest. So if we were to choose a value to check it, just because, so I can show you, if I do negative 5, negative 25 is less than or equal to negative 24. That's true. Okay, so like if we were to choose something outside of the solution, like 0, and plugged in 0, we would get 0 is less than or equal to negative 24, which is a false statement. And so you can see that none of those other values outside of the negative 6 and 4 would be part of the solution. So you know you did it correct. So this is your answer. And so that's basically solving polynomial inequalities.